Hello, good day, everyone. How is everyone and their families doing? So, today is life issues, Abrabomu and some. It's mostly English. We're going to have open conversation, discussion, however you want to call it. Anything goes, with the exception of insult, politics, and disrespect. So before I get into any discussion, let me do a promo on my new published book, Unveiling My Life, a guideline to breaking free and reclaiming my life. And you can go to Amazon, the links, follow the links on any of my pages, and there's also Kindle version available. So here we go. Episodio Takrama. Misio Yora Mira is free. Oh Yora. Okay, so let me just go. One. Okay, so follow the link that you see on top for US, Canada, and UK to get a copy of Unveiling My Life, a guideline to breaking free and reclaiming my life, which is my new book out at Amazon. It also um, comes. It also has the Kindle version. So I'm just going to read a few paragraphs from chapter 2, which is poor choices. Over time, I started making rash decisions because of the intense emotions I had bottled inside. Depending on the intensity of one's feeling, such impulses can lead to bad outcomes. My built up anger made me vulnerable. Everything in life is based on choices. The choices people make are often influenced by their past experiences, habits, and upbringing. Some are not able to make decisions. They cannot function without directions from others. I could not make decisions independently when I lived with my relatives. Everything was scripted for me. For instance, when my parents called, I was directed on what to say. Fast forward to when I moved to America. Initially, I struggled with timidity. I found it very difficult to approach my father. I found him intimidating because of my traumatic experiences with some male relatives. It was my mom who encouraged me to speak with my dad directly. She did not want to be the one advocating for me all the time. One cannot fully heal if one does not work through one's bad experiences. This process is so important. It comes with time as well as self acceptance. It is also difficult when the people around you disregard your feelings and emotions by telling you to forget your trauma. It makes you wonder how a person can heal properly when others dismiss or invalidate their feelings. I ask, this question frequently as a teenager. In effect, you are asking them to suppress their emotions. I had internal struggles for years. I made some poor choices during my 20s and 30s due to my insecurities. I spent over a decade trying my hardest to buy love when I started dating. I will elaborate on this later in this chapter. I did not see myself as a beautiful young woman. I had been taught to believe that I was unimportant and not valuable by some family members. So I was more devoted to pleasing others over my own needs. In deep despair, I fell into hopelessness. So I will end here. Until then, we will talk again. So go click on the link, whichever one, and go get a copy of Unveiling My Life, a guideline to breaking free and reclaiming my life. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye. All right. So, how's everybody doing? It's good to see you. All right. So the first is open conversation, so we're gonna talk about anything, everything, with the exception of insult, disrespect, or politics. Now here. We can talk about relationships, we can talk about marriages, we can talk about emotional intelligence, trauma, whatsoever. But when it comes to politics and um, as to whether or not one disagree with the other person, we can agree to disagree. And sometimes people will use the term, but they may not have understanding of the term, right? If you don't agree with someone, it does not necessarily mean that that person is wrong and you are right, because we all think differently. So you cannot expect everyone to think like you, but we need to be able to respect others' opinion. That's each and every one of us speak from our level of emotional intelligence and understanding, how we perceive things. Um, People who live their lives based on assumption, they always, being a follower and kind of like listening to what other people say for them to implement it. And sometimes because they don't have the lacking of knowledge, they implementing something that will end up harming them instead of helping them be able to grow and develop. In life, one thing that most of us needs to do is to be able to educate ourselves, our children, and those who wants to learn, and be able to learn techniques that will help us elevate ourselves. To elevate yourself, there's no need for you to put someone down in order for you to get there. But being that most people don't want to learn because we have more closed and fixed mindset than open mindset people, because people who are open minded, they are more willing to learn new techniques. It's not easy to learn new things, and after that, it doesn't end there. When you learn something new, you can't just go ahead and implement it. It's always important for you to learn and to process it, have better understanding. Then you're going to delete the things that you have been implementing that has not been working for you, to delete those. And then the ones that you have currently learn that you feel will be able to help you grow, you're going to do it little gradually. You're not going to start everything at once, because practice makes improvement. Um, you cannot change overnight. Nobody can change overnight. You cannot become a new person overnight. It always, require time, patience, being able to really have understanding, right? Because if you don't understand something, how can you implement that effectively? So a lot of times, it's very hard for people to like move on from their bad past experiences. So the question that came through is, should we allow families and other people to make our lifetime decisions for us? You can bring your response, your opinion regarding this question. If you have a question, you can ask the question. I don't mind. As I say, I don't know it all. However, the little that I know, I will share. And if a question is asked and I have knowledge of it, I will be more than happy to respond. If I do not have anything, of course, I will let you know, and then I will go and inquire about it, learn about it, and then come back and be able to like share that with you guys. So when it comes to our Ghanaian community society, like when situation happens within a family, a family household, a lot of times there are cover up, right? Because most families do not want their name ruined. So if there is a molester, if there is an abuser, if there's a rapist, if there is any kind of bad influence person within that family, most of the adults have a tendency of covering that up. They don't want the outside people, the neighbors, nobody to know about it. A lot of times, we see some of the officials, like police officers, are sworn to protect and serve, right, the community. So when you bring a case when you bring a case to the police, you make a report, you are expecting for something to be done and for the perpetrator to be arrested and prosecuted. However, in most times within the Ghanaian community, nothing happens because it depends on your financial stability. If you come from a poor family, just keep in mind that nothing will be done for you, because you're going to have the family who has money, bribing and, being corrupt, getting away with whatever crimes that they commit. And then not only that, double standards, you will have the same people within your family or in the community to like victimize you. You were a victim of something. However, when you do go and make the right choices to file a report, you will be victimized, because they think that that could have been done behind closed door. You didn't have to bring your family secrets out and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that has been empowering perpetrators, rapers, molesters, and so many other bad people continue to commit crimes, do the things that they do. You may have an uncle who get their nieces or their nieces, or like a family friend um, daughter pregnant and then have them had abortion. Sometimes it affects them when they do grow up. Going into relationship is a problem because when they find someone that loves them, they don't see that. They see something wrong with that. So it's like, if the person is not abusing them, it's not forcing themselves on them, is abnormal, which is really bad in some many ways. Let me just show this right here. All right, I have to do this. Just give me 1 second. Ooh, okay. Let me just do this. Okay. I should put my glasses on. Okay, so it's important for each and every one of us to acquire knowledge, making our lifetime decisions because the person, whatever decision that you make, you just need to understand that you the one who's going to live that life. You're the other people who are influencing you, they're not the one going to be living that life. So if someone is encouraging you to stay in a unhealthy environment, all right, or keep a secret that has ruined your life, they're not the one suffering. You the one suffering. So learn to stand up for yourself. Learn to protect yourself because you have to prioritize yourself. Your outbringing, your bad past experiences, your past trauma should not define you. It's always important, for you to get the help that you need to move on. Don't jump over the lump. Okay, you have to go through it because there's no shortcut in healing from trauma. Forgiving someone, moving on, making big decisions. There is no shortcut with that. You need to be able to fully heal. Even when you have um, a relationship or a failed marriage, it's always important for you to be in a good place to learn to let things go. If you share a child or children with your ex boyfriend or ex husband, ex girlfriend, ex wife, the two of you need to learn to co-parent because you cannot create certain conditions, problems. We do have some parents, who will create a lot of conflict, confusion, trying to gain or earn their children to support them by telling them adult issues and problems. Children are not to be bothered with adult issues. If you and your husband or your wife or your partner relationship did not work out as you wanted it to be, or even if you feel that your partner has wronged you in some way, it's not up to your children to resolve that from you for you or your children to fight for you because children are innocent. You shouldn't be the one to train your children to dislike the father or to dislike the mother, being whichever parent has custody of their child. Co parenting is something that works for some parents, some couples, and some it does not work for them due to the fact that they're on a different page, they're not on the same page. So a lot of times it create a lot of confusion for the children, and the children, it's always easy for them to pick on the side of the parent that they live in with, because they feel like if they go against the parent that they live with the most, that parent is going to be upset with them. They will not be able to get their birthday present, Christmas present, and so forth. So parents should not put their children in such difficult situation, or unhealthy marital home, or unhealthy environment. It's a no-no. Just make sure that you in a good place. You make decision when you are at a neutral place, right? Don't make decisions when you are upset or going through any type of emotions. Being positive or negative is never good for you to make decisions when you're going through some emotional turbulence. Just make sure that you're doing the right thing. What is this thing? Now, okay, there it is. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Just pause. Okay. Yes. So know where you stand, right? And it's also important, for families, friends, to not take sides, especially when you have two people in disagreement, or you have couples, fighting against each other. You do not take sides, because there's always two sides to the story. Hey, Sakosia, Dako. Mihu wacho, akomo exercise. Hope say yes, what dominate here out. Yeah, good to see you. So, do not take sides. Like most of the time, for me, having peace of mind, one thing I have learned over the years is for me to mind my business, because I am not perfect. Nobody in this world is perfect. Some people are close to being perfect, but because there is no imperfection, there's no anyone perfect in this world. But our imperfections should give us room to develop, to grow, to change. Some point in our lives, some of the tough decisions or even easy decisions that we make is going to sometimes affect us in a negative way based on our level of emotions, right? You have to be at a neutral place and staying calm and exercising patience, being compassionate. Because, I mean, when you have a relationship for years, or married to someone for a year or two, it don't matter. And you chose to have a child with that person, as to whether or not the person is responsible or not. You the one who made that decision to be with that person. So it shouldn't have to be blamed on your outbringing. It shouldn't have to be, you should not be giving excuses as to why you made that decision. At the end of the day, you made the decision to lay down with that person. When you make your bed, you have to lay in it. If it goes well for you, you clap for yourself, you pat yourself in the back. If it does not go well for you, you need to take accountability of your action, because at the end of the day, your friend, your family member did not make that decision for you. You made a decision to go ahead with something that was suggested to you, or if you feel like you were pressured to do so. So a lot of times, some people, because they lacking of a lot of coping skills, it's best to and easier to blame their inability on other people to take responsibility for their mistakes, right? If all of us could change time, what year would you go back and change? But that is impossible. No matter what we do, no matter how many prayers we pray, whatsoever we do, we cannot go back to yesterday, left alone 10 years back or whatsoever. Time is precious. We cannot stop time. It's 24 hours a day, but we can never stop time. It keeps moving forward. So, whatever has passed, let it pass. If you feel that you're not ready to forgive someone, so let it be. But make sure that, you are in a good place, because if someone does you wrong and you hold on to that hurt, you're not hurting the other person. You harming yourself emotionally, psychologically, physically. It drains you. Oh my goodness, it drains you up. And some people get sick, physically sick, because they cannot let go of what someone did to them. Some people develop depression, get stressed, and so forth, develop mental illness because they kind of like pounding stuff in, not talking about what had happened to them, growing up, and they just keep everything inside because they don't want other people to know what had happened to them, the trauma that they went through when they were growing up, what a family member did to them, and so forth. Like, we have to pass that, we have to cross that bridge. But in order for us to do that, you can either see a friend. Seeing a therapist does not mean that you're sick, because sometimes you just need someone neutral to talk to, profession, because of patient doctors confidentiality. I mean, you cannot share certain things with best friends, and some family members you trust it, because sometimes even when you share your inner thoughts with them, they're trying to suppress it. Brother Kwame Omari Apomutu is saying it's good to see you. Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Let's see that one. Hey, Amofibia, Charlie, you chilling. Oh. I love your outfit. Hi, Chai. Kwame Mary. Now, why are some of your pictures? No, where do you go and get it? I always say me who me charge. Old school pa, old school pa. Oh, Charlie, hey. You won't post none of I'm say, oh Lord Jesus, baby, I'll go far away, say free there. It's a lot. Mhm. Today, you are not talking about Tonga. Okay, what do you want to talk about, Tonga? Mhm. Ask the question. Ask the question you want to hear, and I will answer it. Because we have an open conversation. So, aside from insults, disrespect, politics, if you have a question, you can ask, and I will answer it to my best ability. If I don't have an answer to it, I will let you know. Do you shop stuff? Do you ship stuff to Ghana? If so, can you share your contact? Thanks. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. So Brother Mary asks, okay, and it shall be given. Mm-hmm. Ubusa mekacho. Okay. Yeah, give me a minute. I have to share contact with one of my family member for shipping. Okay. I'll be shipping. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay. I'll be shipment company. Okay. All right. Because I can randomly start talking about something. So if you have question about it now, you can ask and I will give you a response to it. So like we are used to having others solve our problems for us, talk for us. I mean, children cannot make their own decisions, because they depend on the adults within a family home and marital home until they become an adult and move out of their parents' house or family house, and then they are responsible for themselves. However, when they are underage, so sorry guys. Sorry. Um, so until we adults, you have to live under their roof, and they the one feeding you, clothing you. So whatever decision or rules and regulations set up in that house goes, right? So you don't have any choice. But once you get older, it's always important for you to figure out, the path that you're going to take. If you're going to continue, excuse me, to live the life that you have been taught, because the world is changing. So many things are happening, and there are some things that are uncultured, and there are some things that are culture. So if you cannot make decisions for yourself, and you allow others to dictate for you or to define you, that's what you're going to be, And so, good evening to you as well. Just from church. Okay. Oh, by the grace of God, I am doing very well. I am so blessed in every way possible. Today I'm looking sharp. Welcome, sis. So, this is the first question that came through. Should we allow families and other people to make our lifetime decisions for us? Some people allow family members and other people, societal, to make decisions for them, like even with their relationships, with their marriages, career path, everything that they do is like it's not them. I know a family friend, her parents wanted her to be a doctor. The fact they pressure her to be a doctor. So she did went to school um and got her doctorate degree. Once she got her doctorate degree, she she went to the podium, got her. So once she got her degree, and she came down from the podium, she walked to her parents, gave her doctorate certificate to her parents, and she was like, "Here you go. Now I can go back to school and major in what I want to become." So it's like, a lot of parents are like, they want to impose their dream on their children. Some children don't have the opportunity to become what they want to become because they don't have any choice. They have to fulfill their parents dreams. And it happens within our community, Ghanaian community. A lot of parents imposes their dream on their children, which is not fair. I mean, if it's easy, why didn't they achieve that? Or maybe they did not have the resources. We understand that, but we also need to give our children the freedom to be able to make their own decisions. I'd rather, I make decisions, make my mistakes, and correct my mistakes. I made some mistakes in my relationship, prior to getting married, but like those are something that's something that I learned from it, and I did not repeat them because, like, when you keep repeating, it becomes a habit. You know, I drew the line, I set boundaries for myself, and I learned skills that will help me be able to, like, heal properly and not keep doing the same thing over and over because, something that is not beneficial for you, something that will not help you, something that is not healthy, you would die early, which I call foolish death. So it's like you have some people, because growing up they were flogged, they were abused and so forth. So they grow up to become an abuser and do the same thing that was done to them, which did not feel good. So, like, to claim that you love your children or you love your partner or you love yourself and you inflict pains that was caused by those who are closer to you, your parents, family members, and other people, onto your children or people who are closer to you, then you do not understand life itself. You cannot do that. You have to be able to reflect on things, work on yourself, and be able to show more love, at any point. Love overcomes everything. Someone may think it differently, but for me, my children, I am so blessed with my children. Like, it's incredible. Like, my kids, when I bring my kids to events in the community, their school, like when we have parents, teachers conference day, like everything K and I hear is your children are very well disciplined. They don't cause any problems. They don't get themselves involved with any situation. They mind themselves. They do not attract anything negative into them. If there's a situation going on, they remove themselves from it. They don't go close to that situation. They're not going to be a witness to nothing because, like bystanders, sometimes you have situation happen and you go around there. Sometimes what happens is that uh, if something um, bad is happening because you have had innocent bystanders who has been stabbed, who has been shot. I don't want my children to be in that situation. I don't want me to be in that situation because for me, if I go outside in the community and I see a commotion going on there, I'm not even going to drive by over there. Or if I'm walking, I'm not walking past it. I'm turning right around. I don't mind taking the long way. I do not doing that. Excuse me. Hi, Rami. Rami. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Can you turn? Can you turn down? Oh, I shared it on my page. Into you can go over there. Okay, I did share it, so you should be able to get it. Okay, got it. Thanks. Bye. All right, that's Rami. Yeah. So it's like, like everything that I hear from them is always, positive feedback, which makes me proud, to be uh, their mom. And I teach them to be confident of themselves. I don't want them being bullied. I teach them to stand up for themselves, not to get into fights or like get into argument with the other person, because we do have some people, because of their anger management problem, they don't have control of that. And if you speak the truth to them, they will feel, they will attack you or feel that you the one who provoked them. So what best way to de-escalate a situation when you don't have control of it? I teach my children, you can't have someone call you chicken, so you be a chicken and walk away. When you walk away from situation, you the bigger person. Let the people call you names, because at the end of the day, the people who are calling you names are not the ones standing in your shoes. You know, if someone is threatening your life, you don't need to prove yourself to no one. So why must you put yourself in that situation? I don't need to prove myself to nobody. I'm living my life as I want it. You live in your life, you should live your life as you want it. So should you allow your other family members, and should you allow family members and other people to make our lifetime decision for us? I personally would say no. It's okay for you to like take suggestions or listening to some advices, and whichever one you think will be beneficial for you, okay, you can take it and implement it and see if it works out. However, like, if you feel that it's not going to help you, mm-mm, live your life to the fullest as you see fit at your own pace. Don't allow anyone to pressure you to be in a relationship or to be with someone or to settle for less. We have some people, they settle for less because they think, say, that's their, this person is their last stop. So it's do or die. No. Mhm. Some people will choose to be single for the rest of their life because they are happy being single. They don't want to be bothered. And then you have others who will think, oh, that's why you're single because nobody likes you. No, some people literally are choosing to not be involved with anyone. That's like headache for them. They want peace of mind. They have tried, it did not work out. Some people don't want to have children. It's not because they are barren. Mm-mm. They do not want to have children because of their past trauma. They've been traumatized, so they're choosing not to bring a child to this world, because if they no longer, living in this world, nobody, can make their children or their child suffer. So it's like a lot of times some of us don't read into a lot of things. We just assume that, but it's not like that. The best possible way is to ask questions. Like why you chose not to become a mother, why you chose not to become a father. Have them tell their story. Listen to their stories. Do not judge, because you don't know where the person is coming from unless you fit into somebody else's shoe. You will not know what the person have to endure. And we all deal with things differently. Something that might be small for you may not be that small for another person. So we shouldn't tell people like, oh, that's nothing. What do you mean that's nothing? Because um, our emotional, mental stability, physical strength is totally different from everybody else. Within our society, we talk about men should not cry. Why shouldn't men cry? Because they have emotions too. So if we're telling our men not to cry and they don't show any type of empathy and compassion, then we complain about, oh, they don't know how to be romantic, they don't know how to like talk to you and stuff. We created them like that. We build them to not have any type of like emotions. So it's like robots, right? So how we have programmed them, that's how they treating us, which is very bad. It's that Sage Warren Williams. Welcome, Yamwakaba. Says, thank you so much for your review, and thank you for my birthday gifts. Yeah, I'm rocking one of them, and I'll show it off in a minute. And welcome. Sister Sage is greeting everyone. She said, Happy Friday, Sister Adore, and the beautiful people on the platform. Happy Friday to you as well. So, like, you need to figure out, like, and some of us, some people don't even know what their strongholds are. hmm Their weaknesses, they have no idea. They don't know their strength, you know, and also some people don't recognize that sometimes your stronghold can become your strength can become your stronghold depending where you using it and how you going about it. Mhm. So we need to be aware of our strength and our weaknesses, how we going to utilize it, how we're going to use it to build our self-confidence, to gain control of our life. A lot of times some of us give our power away to other people. Let's just take Christians for instance. A lot of and it's mostly the female. I'm not trying to be biased, and I'm not trying to um, most females within the Ghanaian community are easily influenced by their church leaders. How? Because most of them respect their pastors more than their husbands. So whatever the pastor says, it goes. So even if a pastor is giving wrong directions now, because it said they have so much respect for that pastor, the church leader, they don't listen to what their husbands say. But like, if you're in a relationship or you are married, with my sixth senses, it's always good for you to have conversation with your partner to discuss matters with your husband. A lot of church leader knows that a lot of their female members do not discuss situations with their husbands, because if a pastor tells you they have God reveal direction for them, for you to follow through, for you to have a child, right? Because sometimes we don't take care of our body. So it's best for you to get medical assistance. It's always good. I'm a prayerful person. Prayer helps. I always pray before I leave my house every single morning. Before I bring my kids, drop them off to school, and coming back, I always pray. Before I go to bed, I pray. When I get home, I thank God for bringing me out in the community, protecting me, my children, family, friends, people that are closer to me, that loves me for me, and so forth. But there are some things that prayer itself cannot fix it. Okay, if you have medical issues, you need to see a general practitioner, GP, physician, like whomsoever. I was talking to Kay a couple days ago because I was listening to this Ghanaian old school song, which I love very much. It goes, Osoboche fansabe womani, fansabe womani, odonti mi wanya hwi, uhunti menya tanfu bebre. What do you mean say me odonti mi wanya hwi? Hey, mi wanya hwi o. When it comes to that death part now, I have a problem with it. And you're not there. But to say, what do you mean? Or don't you when you pay? Because of love, if you die, it's not okay with me. And then, poking you in the eye, is it one eye or two eyes, to blind me? I'm not sacrificing that. No way, no way. The agape love that Jesus came and display the love that he has for us, the unconditional love that he has. Oh, I don't think nobody in this world will say to their partner, I will die for you, and literally die for that person. If you are to save your partner and survive, of course, they need kidney transfer, liver transfer, and you are matched, and you are to like donate one of yours for that person. By all means, most of us will do that to save. If you love your partner, you will do that to save, to prolong their lifespan, right? But if you are told this surgery you're going to have, your partner will survive, but you will die. No, you will not go through with that. Hmm. Yeah, you will not. At no point. I'm telling you. Hey, the way I love the world, the way I love life, Charlie, not be small. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say a life for a life. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord Jesus. Mm. Thank you. That's it. Oh Lord. In the multitude of counsel, there is safety. So if the family or person getting in to help make decisions for your life is of sound mind and positive, that's okay. Most definitely. I mean, like in so many aspects, like there are some decisions that if the person is not their sound mind, or like, need that assistance because they are incapable of doing it, of course, you make the decisions for them. One thing, uh, what you said just, you know, popped something in my head. When you have mental health issues is real. And when you have, a family member, a friend, some people going through depression, depression, it has different, levels. They have um, so many of them, right? And the manic one is like, the one that gets aggressive really quick. They like very hyperactive. They act like they have lost their mind. And most times, they refuse treatment. When you try to make the best decision for them, you become their number one enemy, right? So they no longer trust you. And it's very difficult. But one thing that we need to like discuss more is that when you have a family member who is struggling with mental health and they have any of their episodes, it put a lot of stress and um, setting condition problem on their family members because how they acting in the public eye, the decision making, things that they saying or things that they doing, it does not make any sense. It's not proper. It's not normal. But for them, they see it as normal. And then they have family members, running around trying to support and help them. And it's embarrassing. Like, you trying to get the help for your loved one. And it's so painful to see a loved one who is going through so much pain and everything you're doing is not effective. They're not accepting your help and they're refusing. Like, you can't force adults to go to the hospital and stay there if they refusing treatment, right? But it's a whole lot to have to deal with that. They affect own life, you know. Hey Rami, what's up? Yeah. Okay. Did you go to Ajo Domensa page? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. No, yeah, you should be able to get it now. Yeah, go there. You should be able to get it. Okay. Okay. Go now. You should be able to see it. Okay. You're welcome. Bye. Okay. So, like, it's a whole lot. You have to be able, like, they're going through their struggles, but the stress, pressure they put on their family is great. Is greater also because, like, you trying your best to help and they not listening to you. They just doing their own thing. It's just difficult, right? Um, you get stressed out, you lose a lot of sleep, and you trying to figure out how best to support. And if you don't support, you have some family members who will start talking, or people that knows you, like, oh, how come we haven't seen so and so? It's not that. I mean, like, just because situation has arisen, it doesn't mean that your life have to stop. Because if you can force someone to get treatment, that's their decision that they making. So the decision at the end of the day relies on their partner if they in a relationship or they are married. It falls on them. So they have to, like, they have to be the person that's going to help make tough decisions. There are some instances, even children, we cannot make that decision for them. I see you, Rami. Um, Ayayi's family wants to get in touch to say thanks. Please send your number via messenger. Oh wow, thank you. Oh, they shouldn't worry about it. I just feel like she's an inspirational. And I just love her inspirational messages and stuff like that. Um, let them know I have nothing but love for them. Mhm. So don't worry, sis. But my WhatsApp number is displaying in there. It's the 9171. Mhm. Oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. That's so sweet. I love it. Rami, you day. I see that you day, pa. Thank you. So, oh, brother, it's okay, Emmanuel. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the post. Thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, Brother Kwame Mari, thank you for sharing. But I asked you to ask a question about the Debia topic I will pay to you, but you didn't ask any question. Are you there or not? Mhm. So, like, it's a whole lot of things, when it comes to our community. There are so much that's going on, and a lot of times, some family members, friends, who are going through mental illness do not want to get treatment because they get labeled, you know, which shouldn't have to be. Sometimes, there are some things that some of us cannot handle it, you know, emotionally, psychologically. We do have some of our men and some women, like, like they cannot handle a lot of things, and they are fragile when it comes to. Thank you, Remy, for the stars. When they um, become, overwhelmed, they break down. They don't know how to deal with certain situation, even going when someone is going through financial difficulties, it can be a cause for someone to feel depressed, because they have family. They don't know how to take care of the family. They don't know what they're going to eat the next day, if they will even have food in the first place. So, a lot of times, like, we need to show compassion and not judge people and not make fun of people who are battling with mental health, because it's not easy. People with mental health can live their normal life with no episode when they do get treatment and they get medication that works for them. And also, like, some of the depression medication, I can mention them here. For some men, when they do take it, their sex drive goes down. So that also can kind of like be a certain condition, be a problem for them. They feel limited because some of them get worried that they're going to lose their wife or their partner. Another person will be enjoying their partner. So that also can be another stressor that could trigger, a lot of other things. So it's not easy, right? So some of them, they will take themselves off the medication because they want to be able to function um, normally. By not taking the medication, they feel that they will be able to have sexual activities without any problem. Because can you imagine when you cannot get it out? I mean, it's a lot, and your wife has your wife or your husband have, a high libido, like that alone gets you worried. So you have people that are going through a whole lot that some of us don't even know half of it. So we need to be considerate of other people. Social media is one place some of us come and vent, especially during the pandemic. Now the pandemic is still there. I mean, COVID is still there. However, like my kids, even after the public health emergency has been lifted by the government, my kids do not go anywhere without wearing masks. They still go to school with their mask on. Even when they're riding in my car, they still wearing the mask. And their dad would be like, or their grandparents, and will be like, when you come in the car, it's okay to take the mask down. But they're so used to wearing it, they don't they're not taking any chances at all, because you still have people who still contracting COVID-19, and some of them they're not taking precautions. Some children will still come to school when they know that they like COVID positive, because they don't want to miss out in school. Some kids love school. Some parents, they really don't care, because they have to go to work. They can't have their child stay home because they need to get babysitter, and that's gonna cost them money. They don't have that uh, extra money to have someone come and babysit their child. So knowing that their child has tested COVID positive, they will have their child go to school. I mean, which I think is so wrong in so many ways. But some people, personally, they don't care. Right? They're not thinking about you. They're thinking for themselves, their own personal gain. So we have to be mindful, and um, we have to be mindful, and support each other. All right. So let me go here. So as you can see, this right here. Okay. Okay, where is it? Oh, okay. Let me do promo, because you know, Sister Sage Williams. Hey, Sister Sage, I'm a me wonderful. Charlie, I'm a me wonderful rough. Uh-huh. So let me show myself, because I'm using my laptop, so you can see the full. It's a dress. This is what I was saying last time. One size fits all. Hold on, let me show this first. One size fits all. You know, and I love the fact that it has pockets. You know, and if I have a black belt now, I think I can get away with, putting the belt inside to, like, make it look differently than, flat. And, she has accessory like, look at this. Ah, this is awesome. Oh. Hey, this I say, Charlie, no be small thing. Eh? Nice and very unique. Hey, see, not small thing. Her authentic t-shirt. I love this bag. I have tinted. I have a tinted one. I don't remember where I put it at. Yeah. One that I can use for overnight if I'm going to a place, for overnight or for 2 days that I can pack my outfits in there to to spend overnight. Like if I want to go to my baby sister's place, my parents, my big sister, like I am so lucky because the one thing I am grateful for, like where my sisters live and my parents, is like being in a rectangle. We live very close. Like to go to my parents, driving is 15 minutes if I'm taking public transportation, because sometimes you have to wait in between. I would say 45 minutes to an hour, depending which train or which bus I'm taking. And then I know, right? I know very much so. Or like if I'm going to both my sisters, like for with the bus it will be 20 minutes, but to drive will be 5 to 10 minutes, depending traffic. With my younger brother, is he lives further, so with him driving will be 45 minutes to an hour. Taking the bus will be half an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to him. So I have some family members also who live closer, and some live in other state and stuff like that. So I have a big family. So I don't need to worry about a lot of things. You have some people who has traveled abroad who are the only family member abroad. So it's like almost everything falls on them. So this nice outfit and this nice outfit, if you Rami said classic, I'm telling you. Yeah, so if you need this dress, you need to buy this nice African print dress. Go to sages.com, to get some of her authentic merchandises. She has t-shirts, um you know the handbag, very nice. And well, she has different African prints that you can get your own. I mean, like when you go out with this, it is totally unique, different, completely different from the ones that we are used to. We are prone to bring out um jewelries, bracelets, scarf, ready-made hat, earrings, so many other accessories. You go to sageshare.com, and when you go there, like with the t-shirts, sometimes you may see the design, but you may not be able to see the color that you want. There's a comment box, that you can let her know the colors that you're looking for. With the t-shirt, one thing that I can say is, like, if you're going out uh, to a picnic, or a family gathering, and you and your children and partner wants to dress alike, you can get some of her t-shirts, the same color, the same design, for you guys to to put on and to show off. You can wear it over capri pants, jeans, skirt, mini skirt, regular long skirt, whichever one in your favorite color. Or you and your family can have different colors, your favorite colors, but it's going to be one of her, authentic t-shirts that you can wear and show off. You're not going to be overdressed or underdressed. It's just going to be, I'll use Rami's word, classic. You're going to look unique among other people, right, in there. So let's support Sister Sage. She also sells creams, with shea butter in it. I just realized this morning, mine is almost done, so I need to order me some cream. Um, I need to order me some cream. I need to order me some cream. Yes, for sure. So let's suppose Sister Sage Williams. Once you finish ordering, your email is a must. Phone number is optional. Once you send the order, she's going to get back to you and confirm your order. And before you know it, bam, if she tells you 3 days, you're going to get it within 3 days because her customer service is fantastical. Like today was a surprise for me. She did not even give me an idea that she has sent me some stuff for my birthday. I was like so surprised and dumbfounded. Like someone came and rang my doorbell, and I was like, "Who is that?" Kay asked me if I have ordered stuff, and I was like, "No, I have not ordered nothing. I don't know why someone is ringing the doorbell." So he goes and opens the door, and of course, the box, this message sent me something. Oh my goodness. And I open it and voila. So this message, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You surprised me indeed. So let's suppose this message Williams, go to her page sages.com. I promise you, like the t-shirt and everything that I have bought from her, dresses, one size fits all is 85%. 15% you have to be a particular size, to buy some of the dresses. But like, everything that I have bought, they all authentic. The t-shirt, the neck stays the same. The dresses, it does not. The color stay as it is. So let's support her and help build her up. Uh-huh. Thank you. And then we have Sister Aisha Ankra. Sister Aisha, she does not do no live program, but she does, she she is supportive in every way. Every educative program I go on, Sister Aisha is there. Even with the time differences, she will stay up to support you. She sells juice plus natural supplement, which wherever you are in the whole wide world, you can order some of the juice plus from her. Just start with the omega and then combine with the berry if you do have the extra money. And you will thank me later. Trust me, if you want more information, you can contact her to get more information. She also sells Avon products. For the Avon products, you need to live in UK to be able to order the Avon products. You also sell silverware, kitchenware, just place set, the silverware and everything. You can purchase some from her. Thank you, Rami. I'm looking sexy. Oh, hey, Charlie. We did bring more of a Niswati. And then also DM Obapa Nanabra to purchase some of her organic hair products. And last time I did say, like, I bought some hair products that it's a trial. So it's like once I see, results and stuff, I will introduce that to you guys for you guys to also like go and get some for yourself. They're not expensive, they're very cheap. And then we have Antia. Antia's book corner. Sister Ya for the Atavra. Our Altaba. So her Facebook page is Auntie Year's Book Corner. For her YouTube is Auntie Year's Book Channel. Live on Saturday, which is like I should change the time. She comes at 11 a.m. MST time, which is 1 p.m. UST time. I'll change the time. And Sister Ya B. Russell, is her co-host. You have two knowledgeable sisters. When they come, it's like fire. We through now, we through like it's like they just knowledge bomb Kwan and like Omototo is like incredible. Desire for that to also have, Antia's Own It Academy, which, she does coaching and book publishing services. She's incredible. In fact, book my new book, which I published on my birthday last Sunday. She's the one, made it possible for me to like finish the book. She's my coach. Finish the book, help publish. She and Sisaya Watma, work behind closed door, behind the camera, doing most of the work when it came to like publishing the book. They did all that, like they were like, relentless. So um I will definitely recommend her for anyone. Sister Yaf, for that, Bra has written 5 books. Her first book is Reflection of My Thirsty Soul, which is an inspirational book. The second book is my personal favorite, is but I love all her book is Beauty of a Woman's Heart. The third book is Refreshing for My Weary Soul. It's a devotional book. The fourth book is On It, which is the #1 bestseller at Amazon. You can get it at Kindle ebook in Amazon, and you can get the paperback also. And then the fifth book is My Unapologetic Self. So go and support Saya. And once you read the book, make sure that you do go and give her a review. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to share a screen. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so this is a work of Sister Ya for the Atobra. So when you go to Amazon now, like I have some link um attached to this video. So for US, UK, and Canada, and also where worldwide. So when you click on any of them, it will bring you directly to purchase the book, to support. And once you read it, I would love to have your review. If you have any questions, I have created a general chat. So with the general chat, like if you have questions, suggestions, please let me know. And I would love that. Unveiling my life, a guideline to breaking free and reclaiming my life. It's not a big book, but it has a lot of insight nuggets and um, a lot of things in there. So go and get your copy. Think I show my best side for the camera. I show my best side for the camera, so go and get yours. So that's one of oh, thank you. Yeah, I know, right? So let's support Sister Ya for that Atobra, subscribe her YouTube, follow her Facebook page, when she comes live every other Saturday. She will resume next month, which will be October. This Saturday she won't be coming live, but she should be able to resume next month. And then you have our sister Obapa, yeah, Boatin Russell. She does, uploaded some pre-recorded video about families empowerment in bringing awareness of financial literacy, because a lot of people, like, they don't think about the future retirement. You have a lot of parents, a lot of Ghanaian parents, like they don't plan for retirement. They do not invest. They feel like, okay, we taking care of our children, so when our children grows up, they need to be taking care of us. No, you also have to invest. Excuse me. Don't be your father who misuse their finances, chasing women, being a womanizer, making poor choices, decisions, enjoying their waste. And then when they get older, they expecting their child who is building their life and their family to build them a house. Because if building a house is easier, why didn't they build one for themselves, right? So like life is not easy. It's parents' responsibility to raise their children, because none of our children asked to be born. We made the decision for them, so it's our responsibility to take care of them. So we shouldn't be like, looking for them to grow up and come and take care of us. Okay, if we're going through some financial difficulties, of course they can assist, but it shouldn't be compulsory, right? And she also, like, have videos where as you make, healthy snacks, how to maintain your beauty, how to be healthy and all that. So let's support Sister, yeah, Boatima, Boatin. That's all. And you can DM her for more information. And then we have our sister, Belinda Ejari, B&B African Caribbean Market, located in the Bronx. If you live in New York, in the Bronx, at Boston Post Road, 1163, and the zip code is 10456, to get some of the best African food to support her. That would be like really nice, because, when we have our sisters, they have so much to give, and they contributing to the community. Of course, they are busy, they're doing business, but they contributing to the community. Okay, hold on. What is okay? Okay, and then we have Sister Awumbre for lunchtime talk. Go to her page, some of her pre-recorded video, her live video that she has done. As of right now, she's taking some time off, for personal stuff. I know she recently lost a niece, very beautiful young woman. Life is so precious. It's like the worst thing is to lose a loved one. It don't matter at what age, but when you lose someone who's so very young, it hurts the most. I'm not saying if you older it doesn't hurt. It hurts, because we can pick and choose who to mourn for and who not to mourn for. When you have a relationship, a close relationship with someone, it hurts the most. So let's support her. Sister, we have Sister Angelina Ba, Angie's Talk, our 21st century nurse Baakupe. She talk about wellness, and wellness, and what our mental health. Yes. And she also go outside of that. You can subscribe her YouTube and follow her on Facebook page. A lot of times, especially most of our men do not do yearly annual, they don't do annual physical unless something really bad is happening. You know, our men, the minute you hit 45, please go and get um, your prostate done from 45 and up. Women, when you hit 45, your mammogram. For me, say I did not do it at 45. I did it at 47, 49, a couple weeks prior to my 50th birthday. That's when I got it done. And whew, that mammogram is not easy. Huh. For 1 week, my chest, my breast was sore. The way they clap and the machines, it's really painful. So it's like, but you still need to get it to make sure that you healthy. And also, like, women, being that we have our monthly, you need to do your breast exam, because some of us, our doctors, when we go, they don't do the breast exam and stuff like that. So if you want your doctor to do it, some people feel comfortable with a male doctor, some feel comfortable with a female doctor. Just request for the doctor you feel comfortable with, feeling your breast, all around, to make sure that you don't feel any lump and all that. Check yourself every monthly, and then making sure that you do see your physician, general practitioner, the women, your gynecologist, on a yearly basis. We also taking care of our teeth. Every 6 months, you need to go and brush your teeth, clean your teeth, in making sure you don't have any cavities and so forth. We need to, and when you do brush, make sure you floss them, to take care of yourself, your everything, inside and out. So it's like I will have to follow up with my physician, because thank God, I'm healthy. And then do your physical fitness also, okay? Don't forget to do your physical fitness, physically fit. So today, this morning, I was so lazy. I dropped off the case. I slept for most part of the day till this time. So once I finish with the program, I'm going to do my daily exercise. Today will be day 119. I keep going, Charlie. Hey, I want to turn my fat into muscles. So don't blame me. Do not blame me, cry. I'm telling you. And then we have our sister, Nanaraba. Okay, so like she works at a digital marketing. She's a digital marketing officer, right? And their website to support them is www.challengebookshop.com. So you go over there, they have variety of books. Like when I went in there, I was like, oh my gosh, they have so much to give. And just take your time to look through to see which book will be beneficial to you, what you're looking for. I truly believe they have almost everything you're looking for in the relationship, marriage, like getting closer to God, like children's book, every single thing. Like I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. And then also continue to follow Ayayi's page, subscribe her YouTube. She's such an inspirational. I mean, like, if any of us have endured and gone through what she's going through, like, I don't think none of us will be able to handle it. But for her positivity, like her powerful aura, I just love her. She's so unique and incredible person. Very motivational. So let's follow her and support her all around. Like, no be small thing. And then, like, so Fridays is open talk, freestyle, open discussion, open conversation. I just come, we can talk about anything. You can ask questions, even something that you feel we're not talking about, you can bring it forth, because it's an open discussion. That's why I leave it generalize like that. I don't bring a particular topic to talk about. But if anybody is interested in me having a particular topic, we can also do that. I do not have a problem with that. Um, so Friday is mostly English, yes, and then Fridays I come at 5:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Ghana time will be 7:30 p.m. And then, Saturdays is with Sopho Samuel Koso live. That's marriage lesson, but sometimes we do general topic. You don't have to be married to like be part of the general topic. And Sopho Samuel Koso come and teaches a lot of different insight, different. He has so much wisdom. So when you guys come through, make sure you bring in your questions. You asking a lot of questions. He has so much to give. I kid you not. So when y'all come, share your views. So ask him a lot of questions. The same thing with me. Y'all could ask questions. As I say, I will do my very best to respond to it. If at any point you feel like you have something, you also have some wisdom to share, opinions, you want to be part of the discussion, let me know. I'll send you the StreamYard link for you to come and talk via video or via audio. It don't matter. If you like, you can call me through the WhatsApp number displaying, and you can come and share your views. You can call me through Messenger, whichever way. Everybody and everyone is welcome. Brother Aquez, thank you for sharing. Welcome. Hey, Brother Aquez, Esa Kinono. Hey, Brother Esa Kimie. Okay, let me see. Thank you for sharing. And let me see. Saturday, Sophie Samuel Koso and I come on at 3:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. I think I already said that. Hey, Sister Belinda Nie, welcome. Apomu Etisane. And Ramika said you miss Sophie Samuel Koso because Sister Enyaba Nanaraba and Sister Sejibu, they were all here last week. You the one who missed the program. So let me display some of the, but as I say, y'all should not miss, getting a copy of Unveiling My Life, a guideline to breaking free and reclaiming my life. I mean, I'm hoping a lot of people can connect to the book and be able to share their views. Obapa Yvonne, welcome. And also share their views on that, ask questions because I would like to hear from others also. And so let me see. Oh, that's a lot of comments. Rami, I'm looking sexy on. And then the covering me a UK and so one comedy covering and so the blues here, the blues. Greetings, so sister. Welcome. Anytime, Sister Drogo, you deserve the best. Thanks for the promo and all you do on your platform. Many thanks also for your business. Have a blessed weekend. You as well. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Sister Ya for the Atubranye. Sister Ya Chiamu, all the lovely people on the platform. Sister Apomu to say, and greetings, my message. Happy week. Okay. God bless you. Handiwork. Yes, for sure. I have read your amazing book and review it on Amazon. Everyone get your copy. It's a must read. do not miss out. Oh, thank you so very much. I'm so glad that you love the book. You know, it's I for that, bruh. It's I like in the time management today. Hey, homework is do what the mommy. Do all the ma. Not me, ya slack off. Oh, she will send you a message. Says, yeah, to do like, oh, I couldn't have done it. I'm very appreciative. Thank you. That is incredible. Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome and awesome is amazing. I feel great. But good for you to join. Greetings to you and all viewers. Greetings to you as well. Well said, Ajodo. Thank you. Thank you. Happy weekend, big brother. Please, the sound is not coming. Really, brother Uncle? Normally, sound name, but it's all call out. Now, sound basu. Maybe it's coming from you. You guys can hear me, right? Brother Uncle says sound no any condolences to the one who lost a niece. I know that sister woman like it's terrible. It's okay now. Oh, okay. So that was earlier. I can hear her clearly. Please check your side. Oh, thank you, Rami. For more, I go to gym. I left weight last time. You lost weight. That's good. Ukwa gym. Me gym BMO. I no longer go to the gym because if you more gym exercise yeah no I do it at home. I feel comfortable doing it at home. Take around that to say me no me no stand side be to tease him. Oh my goodness, hope you doing well, bro. Long time. Have a happy weekend. Isabella Jar. Oh wow, sis, you look so beautiful and good evening to everyone. Thank you, thank you. Also, you look beautiful and as a thing also. What's up, Rami?
Yes, I got.
Yes, what's going on?
Let's hear about program, Mr. Dakana.
Yeah, you live, so you can talk. What's up?
Not much. Not percent. I said my chassis and NTA program in that not top thing not a what was the topic about?
Okay, so Misha here with promoting my new book, which you need to go get a copy.
Of course.
Sister Ayafala was my coach, I mean, like she made it possible for me. Sister Sage put it better. Like I remember like some years back, I had said that I was gonna write a book. Now it's a reality. So you guys, as I said, I have dropped some of the link in this video. So like just scroll down. You can click on the UK one if you're in UK, US, Canada, and get your copy. It's not a long read, but the next one, I'm planning because, K contribute. He said he wants romance books. So that's what I'm going for.
So it sounds really good because the romance book, like, I read a couple of, one of the books, I'm not sure it's from Sister Yata, but I kind of like read one, like it's similar to that. Like, I was reading by some other guy. I forgot the name though. Yeah, but it was like kind of like similar to the whole thing and everything. So all I know is like Sarah book, very, especially the romance book, maybe piano, but really a little bit of it, kakra, which is really good.
Yeah,
but
and then
why if it rough, why if it's a
Mrs. Sister said, Joe, thanks to Sister said, she surprised me. She surprised me. Wow, look.
Me that's it. Wow, look at what's the wisdom. Oh, thank you. And then, Rami, I asked a question. The question is, should we allow families and other people to make our lifetime decisions for us?
I know they make us say no. Make us say no because for example, my friend say maybe I worry by example. Because my friend say or be my be that was more bad.
Yeah.
Or ban the pan, I said, be my musica. Yeah, not say family or ban family that was sick.
Yeah.
Or because say oh, anyway, I go fun. I'm going to say, Bearman Susa, because Bearman in this country, no, the family, no, I say, or Bearman mom,
yeah.
And you know, as I know, nothing, America, so many our real, only visa, that be family actually make a decision.
No, correct.
In a certain ways, Emma will be, so we need to be, so we warrior, not say, be. Different ways, and yet say, we only do baby. One can start to make a good decision. Yeah, and also to me, one can start to make a good decision. To me, Mama, I can't say, my friend said, Bama crowd when you do baby, not say, your percent. And now say, then I mean, basically, that's all. Me, pass over worry brony, and pass over brony, but if you are 1 hour, they don't so, and they will go in the one, I say,
no, correct.
If you know, will do stage be a choice, and also or make it or just a family, you know, when there are certain ways of making decision, Emma, depending, like, you know, maybe say no. The dear Medusiano, the lady come so Ghana, not Obia, me, I make it decision, Emma. Or the catch of the man who have so kind of receive better than. So, yeah. So, I know to catch him, said, man, I want you, as one baby, as some media go, baby, I catch him in price, I want you. Miss Nico, I don't probably edging me to Mom Crema. Xavier, I'm not going to say, or call her, or I get him, Manoa. Sabia, Becca Sabia, or Honey. Maybe a whole money. So, and so be to me, my friends are family, no. So, who bar, Nasa, you bet me a catch your body say, show me when you tell me. So, one can say, oh, man, no steady, my friends say, or bar a crab. My friends are bad boy, echo power bar. But the example, for bar, yeah. Now, I'll check what is our man, this one check and the shit at a cranny, piano with some questions.
Yeah.
So, if you say, I see the old person who is energy at here.
No, correct.
Now, so they are always sharing, girl, the lifestyle, and then you might be every hour, you never yesterday, maybe if I say the bad boy. So, yeah, until now, one can solve the shame, maybe a white shade, no one can say, I said, I don't want to hear to at your but said a bear, or won't say, oh, me, I say, I'm not saying, oh, because you have probably all me a very good. And it means you're very bad or missing me attitude make a whole how do you call it in a different way.
Yeah.
Right? And you know, sometimes in a only be wow, me I can be at your but at the same time, maybe I may be or be me I say or be at me. But me I say I make the same thing and I say me back on idea, the party can't find me for me at me no. Me I say me the same thing say that me for at here. Yeah, because you can't say be more, and be quite good. See, people say, no, because the panning, not been bad for America, no, I share the panel, the be out here. I said, I make the judgment out of it. Yeah, I see everything I can find.
Okay, now,
yeah,
okay, and Rami, like, I want to ask you to say. Sonia, what can I say? To say for most part of your life, you know, why we make you make a decision for so many years? Has there been a point in your life where you say we make a decision? Yeah, I'm concerned here. We panel and a DNA free more.
Oh, I know the that's another question. My major decision be on my life now. Send me, mom. Like my friends said, me papa. I be example. Once me start to send me dates, so it's done. Now, Mr. Kachem, so it's Sudan for the only for more still but for like me.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the same time, so I will Ghana, so me did 2 hours check. So I Ghana, so who for Ghana we are something now for Koni, Bema, no still no, but for Koni, but at the team, so we are something now for dating for here. Still, I'll be for Koni, at the team. Just a minute, it's let's say, individuality of the person. I said, "Quite say, be a nipa kona." I say, "Be a woman me wo home." All the time, you make yourself say it's always about the individuality of the person. Nipa kona I say, "Be a obedient to." Obedient me akofa boli bi no e kama e che ukromi Ghana ni.
Yeah.
So obedient me so akofa enkrani, bosa no e good e che asantini. So it's all the time. It's all like always based on individuality of the person that we kind of so-called talk to and everything, right? So no media my mistakes be more and personal was an Messi my name BP on that, like kind of mistakes on that. But at the same time, I was like, you learn from your mistakes.
Okay.
Sometimes, yeah.
But obi no ma or mistake, the same thing over and over and over. But when they will mistake you what correcting some mistakes, no, right? And you're not repeating that.
Yes, you can't be Saba showing. Some say me ban papa na me catch you say cheating now. Some me what me cut ora one. We could have cut ora. Me what man ni mami e friend me. Say what ko fa bo ni dia bi dia abesi o. Ni mami e pamu girl. E bi asan. Some me catch you say me you say on side. I know. You ni mami aka say like fa ko no this friend mo phone so I catch na say mom. You know what? I don't have time for this right now. My ABC, the word you mum, if you come and say, get out, don't know why, and come in, they may a piece of all don't know. But we found out, I mean, because I'm saying, you go pick your son from school and everything, and I'll swap up with you. We buy a milk, I catch and say, Daddy pick me up late. I'm saying, we papa pick me school late. Boom. It's not say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to catch you all the time. It's me, family, a dog, and money. You see where I'm coming from on that? Because I know that when you be on your dear West, I know you. So, yeah. It's well, if I say family, they catch you, say, oh, because you could be a best or family chain. If I say, they for example, or they Tinia, or better say, or become a family, family make a sound nice, not a family, not open us. But within me and the person in here. Family and yes, on that too. Then I make Timmy down and me.
Thank you, Kay.
So, what I say? Yeah.
Oh, me that's it, pa. Like this last week, yes, it's yeah, Baba. I said, question. We mean, Sam say, are we living in a broken society?
My friend said, I know you say, broken society. I know you 17, I mean, a lot of things. So, broken society, like, let's say, relationship, broken society. Society had said the whole, like, I think.
We are to say, like, oh, say, new my baby change.
So,
your friend is saying, it say, if you must say, almost pet man, maybe. Almost pen ma, and then it was almost pen maybe, almost pen man.
Let me my brothers,
and then we must say, almost don't be used to a dido. And every month you say, almost junior mean the. If you want to say, we are Christopher, but almost crab dear. It couldn't be passing there or see what you are saying.
It's always about the individuality of the person. I am from Obia and then the bind. Let me say, maybe be piano with it yet, see me young. fine. I know that I may make a lot of mistakes in my life, but obedience me entity me yes because me yanko padi. Me struck it now and mommy a church me I know sometimes I make some mistakes and everything in life and everything, but then it do I will be an joke. And then you cannot force somebody to go like join whatever they want to do and everything. No, I know you're all one because your own person way, but maybe I believe in God. Just make me to me maybe and young couple and come into me and snap without God. So it will be what your pet will be asking. Oh, it's about also the Yamino Kasami, this is how it works a lot. It's always about the individual background, the opposite or yeah, and opposite or yeah.
Okay.
That's not okay to the person. So we are only be your some a different way, and no one can choose okay. So it's not I know the two son of me and criticizing the Pacona and I said, Jenny Pan. So,
and
I don't want to stop it. Yeah.
I know the no prayer. I mean, no prayer. Some now won't can as no be a senior or be a TNT no to say like, won't me enka a your friend is saying, won't me control be say anything yes or yeah. I mean, a Christopher, I think that's no be adding. Obi wɔ hɔ nom a ne Kristo som ɛyɛ Kristo som mu som ɛna obi nso wɔ hɔ a ne Kristo som ne sɛ ɔkɔ akɔgye obi kun anaasɛ obi yere.
Sorry, nobody call me. But I said, and Kofobi was sorry. They were not a watch. So many young soon proud to Yabikia. Oh, I can't say because my friend said, "My papa no a Pentecostal and mommy Methodist." So, me mommy Pentecostal and papa a Methodist, but any mommy it's not a bar. At the same time, no, they were me a quite sorry that time. Exercise here, so exercise here, but me what. At the same time, meaning how to worship God. They mean for sure that me at I'm a shake sorry. And but obedience, like I said, it's always about the individualities of the people and also the person that is so kind of talking to. It's about on ways of the worshiping the God. We are on the way. A man they belong to me at Arabi now. I'm not all this suffering appreciate or just support that. Well, be a to be a chest of me already because of person already suffering who anything. A general says, I may do on Sana, not to say. There must a man, yes, Anna. It is one could prolong too much. I don't want to buy a travel home. That's one thing too about it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll set prayers, especially as we a bear man or a support. I'm so strong. Then you're not in Bible. Especially young pastors, no more. A man will create me a show me. Yeah, sometimes me a woman. A man will be as Adam meet Eve as me, and yeah, Adam a potty way, a use na potty, you know,
yes, my create too much issue. Now, Rami, Mami Musawasam. I mean, to say, what share was story about being raped, right?
Yeah.
By a family member. To say,
no, that's my stepbrother.
Yeah,
family member. No,
okay.
He point my stepbrother.
Okay, but that's still a family member, but our stepbrother, right? Yeah. Now to say, and how did that affect your current? How did that affect your relationship with as you grew up? You know, and to say, and your mother and I were here to overcome to say, trauma, no.
For the meantime, one thing is to be honest with you, so now still I don't make you want to be both.
So I was doing one now, both. Okay.
Yeah, make you want to be both. At the same time, and the whole that meaning sometimes anytime we are met you, and I say, when you anger be a woman, no, I say, if you want my, especially as a member of oh, and it's like a class. Sometimes that's a the phone is up. It's a you know, a grand phone, but not to say, maybe we said you one on one, but it's a kind of one.
Wow.
I say, not your mom walk be by me too. So, because I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes my woman I say, me kaya, and I said, yeah, I'm trying to forget about it, but I cannot. I can't. Right? But sometimes the woman I'm before, crying be a woman sister, especially as a sister, friend me say, or how or in change, or family free Ghana or in change, or person in the Casadam, my roof for but nothing, my comment bossy, like I'm shaking, like I'm punching walls, not be piano punching, maybe piano say, before me, not as a move for that back.
But what my was say who said it is that phone calls no.
Also, Oyonia, or better come at your side, or Fremi, yes, or back Canada, or Fremi saw upon a show. And again, I'm saying, Missing and Pessim and Beckers, and I don't harm me say, Miss Anacrasim, my blocking or messenger, maybe because something be. Missing and Pessim, me, and Beckers. Mr. So, she's still Oyonia, and I'm saying, Pessim and the Beckers. So, like, you know, on Tinia, maybe I say, oh, on Tia's home, be here now, go back to us here. So, for now, I'm the on Tia's you. Or Tia's.
But they say, wow, man. Enti mami musa to say they see and who blame yourself and I say who blame you for and I say busian for busian for ni be for allowing that to happen.
Maybe makes me like say one we blame me family kakra because on to me ma obia okay at the same time me blame on in the way says I'm not scared you them back so but me blame me because I'm step brother because when me chani only papa no you body so to me get na all ye to me for blame them to me mommy and I say me papa sweet okay. Yeah, maybe that's me because when you tell me that time, yeah.
Okay, and to perpetrate, I don't know who blame you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how. Maybe I was talking about you dance, right?
No problem.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what you want. Okay, I'll take it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you have to warm it. Put in the micro, okay? Okay, chicken. Yeah, Malika also with pizza.
Pizza, and Kulani pizza, dear, send the yeah. Rami, Mama, no, see, yeah,
yes, you know, you makes me a cup we don't say. Oh, my friend said, red issue, no, it's zero, 7 years, so Satan, near Papa, near Mammy, near them. But me, blame and Mammy family, name Mammy and Nassan Papa, because there's no possible way, saying Mammy being sad, yet and Nassan Papa being sad, yet not, Becca and not to know. We blame him, man, in your bear man, or yes, because when you share it, only at that time, only Papa, and only Bonnie. So, and I do the mission team of the years at the end of the year. Oh, I will never blame any of my family for that. Or not blame them. Yeah, because when you at that point, actually, so when you say, the only man can be down I didn't know a woman. Only at that point. So, you know, family at all. No. And you know, because when you China, so when standing man, only idea of only set bonnet and all the year. So there's no possible way that I had to, like, you know, blame my family on that. No, it's him. Yeah.
Well, I am in the same Wukasa. I mean, it's not like we are like you are vulnerable, and you know to say, I really feel say, we have a responsibility to making sure that our children are feeling safe. You know, their environment are safe in many ways, because to say like, with my mom being a nurse, you know, I mean, I think some nurses they see a lot of things happening in the hospital. They know a lot of things happening in household. So it's like me mommy to say or make sure say at the age of 10 and a half, no, and sana na ni bi honom no. She embedded in us and new maybe or full say me mommy catch him say ni kwan say I'm alone in a room with a man or a guy, I shouldn't trust anyone. To say, and I think so. No, me making sure say, Obi abesom nufu. I shouldn't allow anybody to touch my breast, to touch my genital area, to grab my buttocks. You know, she gave me the areas now nobody should be touching. She also directed us not to sit on any uncle's lap. She said, we are by any class out now, so. So it's like, you know, I had all that insight at that age. And you know, to say she empowered us to be self-aware and you maybe obi wɔ hɔ ɔbɛka sɛ wo hɔ anko wokɔtena ne so a na ne bɛrima asɔre wo wɔ ɔto.
Yes, so you are someone that I am but one thing to say, me mommy accident that's
yeah.
Me mommy accident, me mommy and papa na sata mo serious. Na me papa police inspector. Serious, but me Accra and I'm beside me shaka Accra no I mean and or they may come me mammy ya come say me mammy and I make an answer about who me they picture Accra to Facebook. Yeah, but who say I'm concerned chess after the stepbrother and the son I didn't. Well, friends say after no being the 1 week. So it's my shouldn't tell me my main chain, like you know, as a sort of crime, I'm in chain, after my stepbrother and every and China, me my medical command, once I'm got your so they make command, mammy, maybe,
yeah,
I'm a almost, and so on, or yeah, me, mammy back Canada, or yeah, regular family, Eddie back on TV, me, mammy, you know, family, I'm a concern in China, on that well, and say, and I'm making the picture, you know. How do you call it? Me profile picture, yeah,
okay, I see.
Yeah, my sister, mommy, aunts not too much. They do Canada, within 2 weeks, no one, and it's you know one. So it's not say any like makes me blame media, but the mommy step brother. Yeah, but the man because that way you check so in property money around that time. You were 12 years, so how can we do that? So like you
have something for me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Rami, thank you for sharing. Okay, so memo about Sutama me be you know me ready any about a comment now and then I will conclude and then what friend no have vampire and so bet me a jinasana me no na so vampire prayer.
No, major not just now. Yeah, major now already comments
okay.
What for me a vampire, right?
Mate, thank you.
Let me come. Right.
Amen. Bye-bye. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Sananaba said, the society is truly broken. A lot of dysfunctionality going on in every fabric of society. Trick is not to be caught in that wave. Try to live above the status quo. I so agree with you. Like, you know, we need to do better. You know, we don't need to follow everything like that. We need to learn new things. You know, set our standards. You know, higher, and not just basic. Because a lot of times, what someone desire is not what you desire, and we also need to understand that desire is something that can be tabled. That you don't have to like get it because it's a want. Want is not something that will kill you, right? Need is something that can cost you your life. You can get sick and all that. Because I always use water. Water and sex. If you don't have sex, you're not gonna die. If you do not drink water to stay hydrated, you will die because our body is full of water. So it's a need, something that we truly need to sustain, to live our lives. So it's like a lot of times you have to compare and contrast, like, what matters to you the most, and when you are in a relationship, if that relationship or marriage, or like you living in a dysfunctional home setting, being a marital home or a family home, and things are happening that will not be beneficial for you, talking about it will get you a lot of enemies, because things that people does wrong are the ones that they tell you don't tell anybody. I teach my children, if you're talking to an adult, a family member, whomsoever, I don't care who it is, your teacher, who, like, within churches, if someone speaks to you about anything and they tell you do not tell your mom, dad, or anybody, that means what the person is doing is wrong. Because if they're doing something right, why must they ask you to not tell anyone? They know what they're doing. They are molesters, pedophiles, rapers, and so forth. So me embedding these things in my children, like, I'm protecting my children, because I can't be everywhere 24/7, especially when they're in school. My children needs to go to school. So during school time, I leave them in the hands of other people, strangers, teachers and stuff. I don't know them personally, but I'm hoping that, background checks are being done. But you also have pedophiles and rapers and um, molesters who do not register, sex offenders who do not register when they come out of jail. So they get through the crack, like when you put in, wherever you live, in US, if you put in your code, you see a lot of red lights, lighting up. They live among us. These people live among us. So it's like you cannot. I know my son loves video games. So, like, when I'm dropping them to school, I let them know, okay, um, you loving game. If your classmate, a friend of yours, a neighbor tells you, oh, I have this new game, you want to come see it? Say thank you, no thanks. Do not go to a friend's house. Do not go to a neighbor's house. You see a neighbor, you say hello, you keep on walking, you have the house key, you open, you lock it. If your dad did not call you, I do not call you, your grandmother does not call you, do not open the door for nobody under any circumstance. If the person knows your name and they call you by name, do not open the door unless you get a phone call from your father, myself, your grandmother. We are the only three that have our house key. So any of us, we can get inside the home without them having to opening the door. So it's like, I just need to make sure that I'm empowering my kids, to not make rational decision because, something that they desire, like in video games, when they hear their friends talking about some games that they don't have, they might be more curious to go and see it. No, do not go to anybody's house. If you take in public transportation, you take the bus from school to your stop, you get off, you don't go anywhere with nobody. You come straight home and you let your dad, myself, know you're on your way home. So we know that you're on your way home. If their dad needs to meet them halfway or meet them at the stop, that's fine. I'm not doing any of that. I need to now. They teaching seven, I believe, from seventh graders to 12th graders, abstinency, right? Health class. I signed the paper. Yes, I want my children to have knowledge, how to protect themselves. Like they brought us some questions that I had to answer, but then discuss it with my daughter, my son, and then ask them questions, have them ask me questions if there is something that they do not understand. So like mommy was, telling me something yesterday. She was like, their advisory, asked them to write a letter to someone in school, because now her older brother and she goes to the same school. So she wrote the letter to her older brother to not have sex, to not touch anyone at his age, because he's still a teenager. And I was like, I'm glad that, she's able to communicate that in writing, and she's thinking of her brother, protecting her brother. So I'm just happy that she's knowledgeable when it comes to sexual interaction, like the things that you can and cannot do at her age. She should not be allowing anyone to be kissing her. She should not be kissing anyone. She should not allow anyone to be touching her breast. She should not be touching anybody, So I need to give them as much information that as my mom did, because growing up, my dad is not going to be talking to me about sex. The females talk to their daughters about that, and then the fathers talk to their sons, when it comes to sex and stuff like that. But like for me and Kay was part of the conversation, like when I asked mommy some questions, she started with confidence, and her dad was like, "What about the sex part that your mom discussed?" I was like, "Slow down, she's getting to." Every father does not want her daughter to go to that level yet. I was like, just let her, talk, start wherever she wants to start, and then we get to that part and stuff like that. So she feels comfortable talking to us about this. She doesn't feel shy when her father's around and she brings that topic up, because and then the things that her health teacher teaches, she comes, some of the questions and response that her classmates, her peers gave, she shares some of that too. She said one of the peers said something which is like, you can tell that she's inexperienced, because there was a question asked: if you walking in the hallway of your school, is it okay to hold somebody's hands? And she said no. And then there was another question asked: is it okay to have sex with somebody? And she said yes. And I was like, people like that, you listen to them now, you end up being sexually active and they are not, because it seems like she cannot differentiate the two, right? And stuff like that. So it's always important for parents to educate their children. Some Ghanaian parents will say, oh, like your child is too young for you to teach her some of these things. When they know they have too much information, they're going to be spoiled. And no, say all the necessary information na onkotie will be ano wa abonten dia wo beka na beto ne tirim enti no or the book protecting them. You have to empower your children to protect themselves, and for them to avoid being put in a situation whereas they feel trapped or they are violated. I cannot have my children being put in a vulnerable situation. No, they always have to protect themselves. Mommy Nana Kwesi protect her his sister all the time. Like when they get up from school, if they take in public transportation, he makes sure that she gets in the bus first before he gets in the bus. He always the last one to go in the bus, because we taught him not to be ahead of her, because if she's not able to get in there, she will be left behind, and we don't want that, her getting anxious and scared because she wasn't able to get in the same bus. And if she feels that the bus is like too crowded, they can wait for the next one, and then he can protect her from there and stuff like that. So always educate your kids. I mean, if it's just one of them, I think I will drop them off, pick them up, and making sure that I have a family member who's picking them up from school. But Nanakwesi is very responsible, so he's able to get his sister for them to get home safely with no issues. So, I'm going to leave you guys here, but like in terms of oh, lifetime decision and the broken society that we live in, we need to educate ourselves all the time, and we need to make decisions that are more beneficial for us. It's important for us to embrace our differences and go through our journey, without comparing ourselves to others. God made you, or God made us the way that we are for a purpose, So know that you are loved, know that we are loved, no matter what challenges, struggles, difficulties that we faces. Life is not easy, and most of us want peace of mind. We want to mind our business and do the right thing. Sometimes it's so very difficult to do the right thing because you will encounter someone who is going to provoke you or say things. You're going to have a family member, a friend, some people who will gossip about you. I mean, this is how I look at things. People who talk about you, it should tell you right there and then that you are more important to them than themselves. Because if you're not that important, why would someone take time to talk about you, behind your back, or like, and then they smile with you? I am that important. So you value yourself, you set your boundaries, you have to discipline yourself, do self-assessment, basically self everything. Take care of yourself, your family, your immediate family, but always prioritize yourself first. Make sure physically, mentally, emotionally, you are in good place. Those who work the most, take vacation, take some time. Like this whole week, I took a vacation. Like I've been working at this place for almost 4 years, coming this November. I have never taken a week off. But this year, I made a decision to take a week off at least, and I am fully rested. I feel refreshed because, like prior to taking the vacation, I had so much happening in my mind. It was like just there's too much chaos. Like there was too much going on, but I took some time for myself, for self awareness, to make sure I cleansed myself. I did meditation. I keep doing my daily exercise. I feel stronger. Like I am so focused in so many ways. It's helpful. Sometimes, we don't have to take vacation just to travel to Ghana alone. We can go to UK, Canada, upstate, whatsoever. You don't need to, it doesn't need to be when you only go into Ghana, you take vacation. There's a reason why uh, at work they give you sick days, they give you personal days, they give you vacation, because they know, say, as human, we need to rest our body. We need to rest our mind, because if you push yourself to the point now, at some point, you're going to get stuck. and you're going to start making a lot of mistakes, and you don't need that. Some of us, you work with people, confidentiality. Like when you work with people, you can't have someone information crisscross and all that. You can't break that. So you need to make sure that everything that you're doing it accordingly. And our body cannot talk. You have to be able to identify some things off the bat. And so um, I thank each and every one of you, for everyone who shared the program, who liked the program, those who have shared my new book, the links on your page, Unveiling My Life Guideline to Breaking Free and Reclaiming My Life. Thank you guys so much. Sister Sage, thank you for the review. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for the outfit and the accessory that you sent along. I am so grateful. And God richly bless each and every one of you, those who commented, like, love, use other emojis. If you have any questions um, regarding the book, send them to me. I invited some of you to a general chat. I'll continue to add more people to it. At some point, if you feel the need that is not helpful and you want to remove yourself from the group, that's perfectly fine. It's not by force for you to stay in a group, because I do recognize and understand that sometimes you may have some people, make someone, who will come and say something, or like, get into back and forth thing. On this platform, we come to learn, we come to educate each other. Rami, you can call. You come to educate each other, learn from each other, and also teach one another. I love to learn, because, and I'm selective on social media. I go to platforms that I know I can gain something beneficial for myself. I don't just go to any platform, because I will speak the truth. I'm very selective when it comes to social media. So I thank each and every one of you. God richly bless you. And those who wish me happy birthday, I know, like, on my page, all the page, I have it, like, the way I set it up, you can post over there. So most of my birthday wishes came to my messenger. And for those who have my WhatsApp number, you send it through there. I have some songs, sent to me. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. So thank you guys very much. Rami, are you calling? Because I don't see you. I said for you to call. So we do need to teach ourselves and our children values, integrity, morals, self-love, self-restraint, self-assessment, self-care, etc. One cannot stay broken forever, and need to learn new coping skills to implement growth and sustain, to break the cycle. We have to break the cycle. We cannot continue to blame our dysfunctionalness, our problems on our upbringing, give excuses and blaming game. It's long overdue. We just need to do better. If we cannot do better, then, when you point at someone, four fingers are pointing at you. So you might be the problem, exactly as it is. So until then, um, join Sofo Samuel Koso and myself tomorrow at 3:30 US Eastern Time. Hello? Okay. Rami, I said to call. I'm trying to call. You're not picking up, so I'm just logging off.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I'm fine. And
Yeah, go ahead.
before I make one fire, anyway, I come and send me to Kaka. Right.
Okay.
So now, yeah, can see. So now, yeah, can you see, so chrome. Now we can see everybody else. So we can see.
Hallelujah.
That was you are calling a ship who did papa.
Amen.
And I was so what way moved by I'm at the touch here near the street.
Amen.
It's in common us then now, same papa. Obia ho ba ma yan kwanya hodi timra bo bia akuma eto nya timra mo bia blessings e wo bia o bi sabeka bia mo yo bia ni sabeka bia enye shura ya ta fu be su apa ye mo bia ye jo di Jesus Christ dina ye kwa tumi nya press ye in the mighty name of Jesus Christ that mention that every knee shall bow bia ko mo bia mo bia asupie bia ko mo bia yo bi sabeka. These are dwelling the man that was a show. Some you will be your platforms a show, sir. Young for me and quite and young, you give your poor moon attitude and my yeah, tough one of this fire who get if you Jesus Christ did I apart to me now, plus me come in the mighty name of Jesus Christ that I mentioned that every knee shall bow. Amen.
Amen. Rami, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Mr. Saisha, I say, boss lady, Michelle Obibia, Mama Aisha Akra, Michelle, Excellency says,
Yeah.
Michelle Obibia, Mama say, Sayatobra, Michelle Obibia,
Yeah. So we basuna misleno my acknowledging it's not intentional. If someone came on and I did not acknowledge them, it's not intentional and forgive me. Everybody's always welcome. You know, when you come on now, just say holla, hello, and I will acknowledge you. So you guys have a blessed, safe weekend. I see you guys mañana, tomorrow. Take care. Have a good